Okay, Bryce, I think what you were asking me about is hineri, what is it, hineri nage, so get in a fighting stance, where they basically come here and then they launch up like this. So there's a uchimata. Uchimata comes here inside. So uchimata, I'm gonna come this way, and my foot actually comes inside this way, and you lift and he comes down. Okay, hineri, and then of course there's an osoto, which comes outside and sweeps this way. The hineri comes in this way, and you're basically popping him up like this off of this leg. I'm basically just riding him up on my leg and my hip this way and dropping. So I think those are all fair thoughts on Naihanchi Nidan. But let me give you another thought, is that it's interesting because Shoshin Nagamine Shoshin Sensei talks about tegumi, or sumo wrestling, in his book about karate. And he goes through all these famous Okinawan sumo wrestlers. And one of the techniques that we saw, and Kale and I actually, we did a Okinawa sumo tournament. And what they do is they bend you down like this, they wrap you up, and you grab onto each other's obi. And one of the techniques that they actually do is coming around here, lifting, and then rolling the guy around like this until he finally drops. So the technique kind of ends up looking like this. Here, you lift him up, and then you just kind of go with him until he drops over. I like that thought too, because I think because of its relationship to tegumi, or Okinawa sumo wrestling, there could be maybe some connection there. I'm not sure. I have no fact-based analysis on that. The other thing that I like is on this, you also see in some cases, like on a defense against like a front bear hug, where a guy comes up and grabs you like this, where the first initial thing is to block the hips to create space. So you can see Kale, I come up here, and Kale kind of drops his hips and blocks. And then from there, he moves to the side and establishes kind of this position here. And he also at the same time blocks this arm so I don't punch him, right? Then from there, he steps through, and you can see he's kind of in this position here. In this position here as he steps through, and then he does the throw like this. So essentially it kind of ends up looking like he comes in, Kale's gonna do it to me, I block here, I drop down, so I have this kind of an action here, and then I step to the side, and then I step through, and you can see I've kind of got this elbow in here, and then there's a throw right there. So you end up in that. Anyway, those are some of my thoughts on the applications of that. But this idea of hineri, I don't know. It's a good idea. I like it. So anyway, there you go. Thanks for the question.